Morning, guys. Um, this morning, I don't really even have a topic for this video yet. It's just I kind of just want to talk. Um, I just have some things on my mind that a lot of this is just going to be my thoughts. A lot of this is just going to be a lot of what ifs. Um, because I have things that go through my mind, and usually they're for a reason. Usually, somewhere later on, it comes to pass or what have you, and it's just not just idle thoughts just going in and out of my head. They're usually for a reason, but it's just some things that, I want to present to you and let you consider and see what you think, of what I'm thinking. Like I always say, I love you guys. I love your dialogue. I love to hear from you. I love to know what you think. So just please know any of this that I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's 100%. They're my opinions and they're my what ifs. So there's no accuracy in any of it right now. I'm just saying, I'm just presenting some scenarios, and just want to know what you think. Um, Now, first, what I'm going to tackle is with Donald Trump and America and just where we are right now. Now, I'm not a political, I'm not. I'm not into politics and the whole thing. But I think right now at the state that America is in and that we as a people are in, is causing everybody to kind of look more at politics closer. Whether we're learning, whether it's now piquing our interest, because seriously, I am now interested in what is an electoral college vote. I want to know what that is now, and so I'm about to do me some research. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. I really do, because especially we as Black people have been so sleep and out of touch with so many things for so many years until we just really don't know. And I am not one to feel embarrassed or feel ashamed because I don't know, because there is a lot I don't know. There's a lot that's new to me and that I'm learning about. And like I say, I think it's a great thing right now if you have Black people looking to see what's an electoral college vote. Who really is this Donald Trump? Who is this Pence guy? Who is this? Because the information is here, and I think it's time for us to start trying to figure out this stuff. There's something just come through my computer, something about McConnell just becoming some type of Senate majority leader. See, I don't know him. I don't know him. So I need to find out some of this stuff. So as I say, if it's something that is going to cause us to get more active and learn more about politics and what this means and what historically, this has always meant and so forth, then, I think is something that is worth us looking into. But as far as Donald Trump, I have some what ifs. Seriously, I have some what ifs. And, historically, it's always been said that politicians will lie and do things to get that vote, and then once they're in there, they change their whole tune. And so my first what if is, what if Donald Trump was playing white people? I mean, seriously, what if He was playing on this racism that he knows is alive and well in our country. It's part of our history. He knows the state of our of America right now. He knows what's going on. He knows about the police shootings and all of this stuff that's been leading up to this. I mean, this is nothing new. It didn't just start in 2012 or with Trayvon Martin or whatever. It's been going on. And so seriously, he knows that white America's main focus is to keep themselves not only in power, but to, keep themselves, they want their children to go to college. They want nice homes. They want to be able to live and have money and retirement, and all of these kinds of things are the things that they care about. And so what if he placated to them to get their votes and say, I'm going to give you all that. And however he did it, whether I get rid of immigrants, whether I am mean and nasty to black people, or whether I kick the Muslims out or whatever, I'm going to get it for you. And seriously, that kind of talk, although nasty, racist, ugly, and hateful and vile, got him the presidency. Now, let me say this also. I'm not foolish enough to know that our politicians are selected. I know that they are selected. I also know that a lot of this stuff is rigged from years in advance. They pick these people. They already know. They have these people already lined up. Trust me. So I do know that. But still, using his campaign strategy, he still had to get the be popular with the people in so many ways. I understand Hillary won the popular vote. I get that. Trust me. I remember that. But you know what I'm trying to say. And so my point is, what if he used that to get these votes and really is not going to be able to deliver all this stuff that he's saying? I'm just saying, because you got to think about the fact he still has to go through Congress. I mean, we know and we remember how they fought Obama. I'm not an Obama fan either, so I'm neutral in all of this. So I'm not taking up for Obama either. I'm just saying, to me, they're all puppets. Even Trump, he's a puppet. Clinton was going to be a puppet. All of them are puppet for the real what's going on. So I understand that it's all a puppet show. They're not the ones doing anything. I understand that. But like I say, seriously, what if he knew that they were tired of Obama? He knew that they were, tired of, his 8 years or whatever. And he just used this black thing, this Muslim thing, this whatever, to get their vote and to get into office and to do now the next phase of whatever the big elite has for America. And what if there's some kind of way that, we black, we minority, well, so-called minority, because we certainly are not, we underclass, we whatever, it's not going to work the way they want. And what if, we really are able to make it and profit off of Trump being in office? Seriously, because you continue to work hard, you continue to try, you continue to do what you do, pay your bills, get your job, lose a job, try to find another one as quick as you can. If you just continue to live every day, I don't see how we're not going to make it. I really don't, despite the fact that this is our time anyway. I'm saying? All that white supremacy, KKK crap, all that stuff is gone, done, and over with. And like I say, you're going to have to do your own research on all of that kind of stuff. But that stuff in this age is done and over with. That's not going to get them and keep them in power anymore. And so, like I'm saying, if that is the case, and with that being said, I say just strive. This is what I was saying in my video when I first was talking about Trump after he first got elected. You just keep on, because see, here's one of the things that people need to realize. And I'm sorry that glare is on my face. It's hard for me to change the curtain, the blind. But anyway, you know, here's what the simple redneck, uneducated, trailer park, spitting tobacco, whatever, those are uneducated people. Those are people who really, half of them are slow, and, half of them are, interbred and everything else anyway. So there's a lot of stuff going on with them, But these are the ones who are, out there with the shotguns and the trucks and all this kind of stuff, and pushing this stuff. And I understand that too. But one of the things we need to realize when, these people are really thinking that Trump is going to, take all the services from the black people and minorities, and, they're sucking up all the system help, and they're sucking up all of the money, and, there's no jobs because of them. There's too many immigrants and too many black people, whatever, here in America. And we need to make this white man's land again so we can get our stuff back. First of all, it's just not that time anymore. That's done, over with. They had their heyday, and it's just not going to be anymore. What we don't realize with that is that we have more white in so many ways who are on food stamps, welfare, Social Security, disability, housing, food stamp. I mean, we have so many of them. And I think for whatever reason, we have, when you say food stamps, welfare, whatever, the first thing you think about is, Tashaniqua. And I don't know that person. I pray it's no one looking at my video with that name. I'm just throwing out a name. With a baby on her hip, 5 walking with her, and 1 in a stroller, and she living in a house with roaches and rats, and she's uneducated, working at McDonald's and whatever. And that is the stereotype that we have put on public assistance. Some black guy who's not working, not supporting his kids, and he in jail, and the black woman just keep, making babies and all that kind of stuff. That's not the truth and the case. I mean, I'm not saying that's not true. It is out there, but you got to realize that there's a lot of Beckys and Mollys who's on that too. They just don't focus on them. There's a lot of Beckys and Mollys and white guys, white men who are on public assistance and Social Security and food stamps and all this kind of stuff. But like I'm saying, it's popular to make it a black thing. It's not just a black thing. I mean, seriously, there are millions of white people on public assistance. And so getting back to Trump, these people don't realize that when if you cut these programs, if they want them to just cut it, take it away, and just give it to us. What they're not realizing, that if they cut it, take it away, and whatever, it's not going to necessarily just affect black people. It's going to affect lots of people, a lot of elderly, and like I say, Becky and Molly too. So these are the things I want us to really kind of think about. They're not going to do certain things. They're just not going to do it. They will threaten you. They would throw that out there for you to get upset, for you to get scared. I mean, because the other thing you need to realize is that this system that we are under thrives on fear. It thrives on fear and keeping you upset and keeping you scared and keeping you whatever to know what's really going on. You're unstable in your emotions. You're afraid of what's going to happen. And that's all that I see right now. With Trump in office, you got everybody scared, black people scared, white people scared, everybody scared, And I think really we need to come back and use a little reason and logic and kind of use our heads, This guy is not going to come and get in here and just turn America just straight upside down. It's not going to happen like that. I mean, You got to think about it also. I mean, this guy has to get a lot of stuff through Congress, you know, and just like with Obama, how they stopped a lot of things he wanted to do and how they wouldn't let him do and pass certain things. They're not going to let Trump do and pass a whole lot of stuff either because, you got to think about it. The Republicans or whatever were stopping Obama because he's a Democrat. Trust me, the Democrats are going to do the same crap to Trump. He's not going to just get in here and just flip and turn and toss America completely upside down and we're going right back to the 1800s. It's not going to happen. That's a bunch of fear. That's a bunch of propaganda. That's a lot of crap that's just focused on black people and fear. And when you really, really think about it, it's just foolish. I had a white lady, and I didn't call her white trash. Actually, it was another white woman, an older white lady that I was telling the situation to, and she was like, "Oh, she's just white trash. She's just white trash." So I didn't call her white trash, but that's what she was acting like. I didn't call her any of that. But anyway, she picked at me. It was a little situation real quick, just a little situation with my dog. And she just came busting out of her house and just following me and my daughter. And she just went off. Like I don't know if she was drunk, she doing some cocaine or what. I mean, she just was tripping. And so, she basically, bottom line to it, is that she said something in one of her crazy rant, tyrannical, things that she was saying to me, is that Trump, when Trump gets the election, he's going to put all black people in FEMA camps. Really? Seriously? But like I'm saying, there's a class of them who believe that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they're slow and they're uneducated. And they, like I said, are probably interbred, because that is a part of their culture, and it's just, I had to, after that little particular altercation, I had to come back and realize, man, I am way too, I am way far away from her level to have gone there with her. I mean, she pissed me off and she made me mad. And so I was really having that, what do you call it? That altercation with her off of emotion and anger. And I was pissed off just because of the fact that you have the nerve to even come to me and even talk to me, especially about something stupid. So it was emotional. But I should not have even gone there with her. Seriously. I'm too much I'm a better person than to have gone there with her like that. But I let my emotions get the best of me, and I did. And it happens. I mean, we're still human, but the point of what I'm saying is that, there's a lot of them who think that. They think we're going back in slavery. They think we're going to the FEMA camps. They think that all of the people who are sucking up the programs and stuff, government assisted programs, are, going to get kicked off the programs, and it's just going to be bad and horrible for us, and the white man's just going to have a heyday in America again. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We need to realize that Trump is a businessman. America is a business. We know America's a corporation. We know that. And so when we look at Trump, we need to look at the fact that this man is going to run America more than likely like a business. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do what works. He's going to do what is profitable for the business. And despite the fact that he might be a racist pig, I don't know. But like I'm saying, what if he was using all that and saying all that and playing on, these white people's emotions or whatever, just so that he could get that, election. I'm not saying trust Trump, love Trump, whatever. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying what if. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, one of the other things I want to say, I don't know how long I can go on this video, but the next thing I want to bring out is that news, media, social media, the things that are reported to us. Back in the day, there used to be a certain thing as actual, real, true journalists. Now, some of them may still exist. There was a thing called investigative reporting. There was a thing where reporters would actually go to scenes of of what's being reported and actually report on it and get you facts and talk to people, and you would hear this story, not just this time, but later on in the week. You're going to hear what happened and how it played out and everything. Now, any of you who know anything about stories and writing and whatever, you know that for the most part, a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Now, the middle part is the juice. I mean, the middle part is just like, whoa, what's going to happen? The middle part is, you know what I'm saying? And so it just seems to me that now here in America, social media, journalism, and all that, you don't have to have a beginning or an ending. You certainly don't have to have an ending. You right now, they're just giving juice. They're just giving you the meat and whatever of whatever the story is, and most of the time they just drop it. And I see this as them really just playing on people's emotions, people's fears, people's, they're doing a lot of playing on white and black. White and black. I mean, everywhere on Facebook, everywhere on social media. Oh, white teacher called a little child a nigger. Oh, white teacher, said little girl's hair was nappy. Oh, a white guy got, a black guy got shot down by a white police. I mean, it's just like, and I'm not saying this stuff doesn't happen, but what I'm saying is that they're just playing. It's like they're playing on whoever is going to get angry. They're playing on emotions. They're playing on your prejudices. They're playing on all that. And what I'm saying is that a lot of this stuff, we need to come back. Like I just said a minute ago, we need to come back and we need to think and we need to reason and we need to use some of our common sense. You know what I'm saying? Because let me just say this. I know I speak in black and white a lot. I know I bring up white people all the time. But there was actually a few months ago when I said that I was actually going to try to stop speaking in black and white so much and just everything white people, because I do have the understanding that it's not white people. It's, for the most part, it is a system. I understand that. I also understand that in this system, white people are being played just like we are. And that's kind of the foolishness of what's going on right now. White people are so afraid. I mean, they are terrified of Trump. Black people are terrified. White people are terrified of Trump. I understand also that there is a sect of white people, just like black people, who do not speak for all white people. I understand that. I understand that there are white people who have lots of black friends, who live in black neighborhoods, who have black people as family, and who have no problem with black people. Now, whether or not they'll use the system and use white supremacy to their advantage is another thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a system of opportunity, really. But I'm not taking up for that. I mean, I'm just saying, I know that a lot of what's going on, a lot of these riots, and you got a lot of white people out here just tearing stuff up and, being racist and all that. I know they don't speak for all white people. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But we also need to look, on the other hand, at the fact that how black people gets thrown into the fire too. We get lumped too. And that's what I'm trying to say. I know white people get mad when you put all of them in the same category. I understand that. But like I'm saying, y'all do it to us too. Lil Leroy and, Lil Pookie and all of them. Most of them get, all black men pretty much get the Lil Ray Ray, Lil Pookie ideology. just like the ghetto queen, gold teeth, 5 babies, big earring, welfare mom, whatever, loud ghetto club, going to the club, twerking, whatever. For the most part, she is the symbol of all black women. And it is perpetuated. And so ignorantly perpetuated by black men. I don't even get this. It's like there's this campaign of black men who use that stereotype of black women to say that's all black women. And they hate and they're bitter and they're ugly and they're vile. And they just say ugly, nasty, wicked things. Just like I say with me. I am nowhere near any of that. I have never been that. I have never worn an earring. And I'm just using this. I know this is just funny. I'm not using this as, whatever. I don't think I've ever worn an earring bigger than this. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? I have no desire for a tattoo. Any of this stereotypical stuff that they try to put on black women. It has never been me. And I'm not downing any black woman who does that, who has tattoos or whatever. I'm just saying that stereotype is perpetuated so much in such a negative way and used to symbolize all black women until it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even understand how... it's like you get mad and angry, but then after you get mad and angry, a lot of times I have to tell myself it's so silly until why am I getting mad and angry? And it's because, like I keep saying, it's all of this social media stuff is about emotion and feeding on your emotions, feeding on your whatever, that, the black woman is undesirable, the black woman is this, and all of them are going to white women and such and such. If that's the case, let it be. But I don't think I don't really think that's true. I think that's a lot of perpetuation. I really think that's a lot of perpetuation. Because when I think about the black woman, I think of strong. I think of keeping her house together. I think of most of the time being a loyal, faithful spouse, a lot of times way longer than she needs to be. Way longer, putting up with a whole lot of stuff than she needs to. Crying, hurting, pain, usually being left with a bunch of children. You know what I'm saying? And being strong and being a warrior and being a mother and being a teacher and being a doctor. And the black woman, yes, because I am one, we are awesome. We are absolutely awesome. We do things that no other woman can and will do. They cannot be as strong as us. And I say that because most of them don't have the things being thrown at them that we do, that we have to survive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making us better than anybody. I'm saying the strength comes because we have to. And then we get pissed on because we're strong, because we're too strong, because we're too whatever, because we're loud, But you can't go through and be and do, a black woman and be soft-spoken and sweet voice. No, you can't do that. And you can't do that. You can't raise naughty head boys and fast tail girls or whatever and keep them out of trouble if you are a single mom, being sweet and nice and soft and, Johnny, don't do that. You can't do that. You're going to have to sometimes go upside some heads. And you're going to have to let them know that you mean business. It's a reason to why we are the way that we are. You know what I'm saying? I know I went from Trump to defending black women, but it was just something that I just kind of wanted to talk about a few things. I talked about social media and the news and all this kind of stuff, but it all kind of interconnects. Because like I said, it's just a talk. But those who don't like those qualities in black women, find another woman. Seriously, find another woman. And the problem that I have, this is the problem that I personally have. If you want to get a woman from Thailand, from Vietnam, from Europe, Russia, what? I don't care who you date. I don't care who you are with. I don't cringe when I see a black man with a woman of another race. I really don't. Um, what I find is the black man is the one that usually has a problem, and his woman are usually the ones who have a problem when they see me, because for some reason I become a threat. The other woman thinks that I want their man because he's black, and for whatever reason he looks as if he's just ashamed. And I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't know you. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's like usually when I see a black man with a woman of another race, first thing he does is this. That's the first thing he does. He puts his head down and he doesn't look at you. And it's like I don't get that. I mean, hey, if you with her, be proud, be happy. I mean, if you're in love, you know. But like I say, the issue that I have with that is not who you're with. It's when you go and get with them and then dog black women. Well, black women do this, and black women aren't intelligent, and black people do this, and black women's hair, and black women. Why do you have to dog a black woman to be with her? That's my issue. If you are with her and if you are happy with her, live your life and go on. But when you have to continue to prove how horrible the black woman is in order for you to be happy with her, you have some other issues, and I'm sorry. You have some other issues going on. If you have to down, you know what I'm saying? If I were to date white men, and I have to, well, black men don't have a job. Black men don't take care of their kids. And, black men, they sweat too much. And black men, they don't want to get a job. And if I'm constantly doing this to prove that I need to be with Peter, and to prove that Peter is better for me than a black man, it's some stuff going on with me. Seriously, it's some stuff going on with me. Now, if I'm with Peter and me and Peter are happy and we're living and we have a family and we're just doing whatever it is that we do, that's what I'm talking about. If that's you, do that. Now, like I say, my opinions on interracial relationships, it really doesn't matter. I really don't voice them much, to be very honest. I really don't. I will say that my preference, what I think as black people is that we need to, I don't want to say stay with our own. What I'm saying is we need to build black communities. We need to build black families. We need to build strong black children with black cultural roots. That is what I feel. Now, like I'm saying, I don't push that on nobody. That's me. That's what I think that we as black people need to be doing, pushing and trying to build a new, strong, true black nation, a strong one. And I don't believe that can be done bringing in those who are not of our race because they just don't have our struggle. You can tell them all day long. You can find them who understand, who sympathize, but they can't fully because they are not us. And so that brings about issues, but like I say, I'm nobody's God. I'm nobody's whatever, hey, you do what you do, you do what you do. I love the black man. That's just me. I love everything about the black man. He gets on my nerves. I'm sure I get on, sure we get on each other's nerves a lot of times, black men and black women. We have this thing, that I really think needs to be worked out because it's horrible. It's bad. It's really, really bad. And I think the only people that our hate for each other and our putting down of each other and our negativism toward each other helps is those who want to benefit and profit off of us. I just don't think that it's good to continue to perpetuate those horrible negative stereotypes of about each other. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everything that the black man can say ugly and negative, toward the black woman can be said about him too. And in my opinion, even more so, because as the way that life is, the way life is structured, he is to be the provider, but the protector, and all this. And when you look at it on a mass level, a lot of it's just not happening. And a lot of it is happening, but a lot of it, just for the most part, the black man has the stereotype of going to jail, selling drugs, and just being basically a menace in his community, not raising his children. I mean, all of that. But we know we can't go on that stereotype, because there's so many positive black men who are doing things and who have jobs and who are taking care of their families and who are fathers and who love black women, black culture, black family. I mean, it's these stereotypes that we're going to have to get out of. And it is this, all of this crap on social media and all of this stuff that the news puts out, these statistics and these negative things about, us mostly. We need to get past that, because you have a lot of us who, like I say, are just not thinking. We're not using our heads. We're not reasoning to the fact that, that's not all black people. That's not all white people. That's not, like I say, and I'm going to cut the video off, but, just like I say, that's not all black people. I understand, like I said, too, that that's not all white people. I understand that, too. I know there's a lot of white people that are very angry and mad and upset and probably embarrassed and everything else at what a lot of these ones are out here doing, protesting and tearing up stuff and calling people niggers and all that. I know a lot of them don't agree with that. I know white people, probably for the majority of them, don't want no race war. You know what I'm saying? I know that that's a percentage of them that's out there doing that stupidity. And for the most part, that's what the little pin thing was. I'm going to turn the video off, but that little pin thing, it was a thing about wearing a safety pin that they had going on, where, certain white people were trying to tell you that if you see my safety pin, I'm not one of them. I'm one of the good ones. I'm here to help you and whatever. And to me, that comes from a place of guilt. That comes from a place of them trying to say, that's not me. I don't want to be a part of that foolishness. I'm not trying to fight y'all. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, we have to blame who is to blame. And I think a lot of this is to blame with social media, the news, and just the system, just playing on people's emotions and anger and everything. You know what I'm saying? But the sad part is that you have people that believe it, because we don't think. And whether our brains are calcified and our brains are, got too much fluoride in it and too many food and chemicals and sugar and all of these death things that, chemicals that they spray on the foods and all this and the plants. And I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of all of that. Maybe it's a combination, like I said, of the news and what's being perpetrated and everything. And I think just so many of us have just been asleep for so long, white and black. White people have been asleep too. White people have been fooled, tricked, and everything else too, just like we have. It's just that they have this white supremacy system thing that a lot of them think is beneficial to them, when it's not. White people, there's some white people who don't realize that they have been as much a slave to this system that we have been. They haven't physically been in chains, but they've been a slave to this system as much as we have, when you really look at it. We are all just slaves, but yet they are using us. They're pitting us all against one another. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, black, white, races, children. I mean, so many adults and everything are angry at children and young people, and and they are angry at us. They're angry at us because they think we messed up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you just have a whole society of just a bunch of angry, bitter, uninformed, chemicalized, medicated. You know, we don't look at mental illness in this country. You know, a lot of times when I have in the past been on certain social media sites, and I might have certain things I really just do not get into debates or issues or anything like that. I'll cut it off. But you know, you're in a topic of discussion or whatever, somebody, and they're coming back and you're coming back and they're saying this and you're saying that. Sometimes I have to be like, you know what? I think this person might be on medicine. You know what I'm saying? I think this person might not really have all of the, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I have to stop and realize that, you know, this person is probably medicated, or their IQ or whatever is probably, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, when you're on a computer and you're on a laptop or whatever, and you can't see the person and you can't, you don't know that and you don't know them, you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're just a bunch of foolishness. And I just think like I said, we need to use our heads. We need to use our brains. We need to start reasoning. We need to start thinking about things. Look more into this presidency. Look more into him as a person, you know, but they are just not going to let this man just come in and just turn and flip America just straight upside down and put everybody in FEMA camps and bring back slavery. And we're going too far. We're going too far. That stuff is not going to happen. I'm not making him an angel. I'm just saying, you know, I kind of think, and like I say, what if he really was just spewing a whole bunch of rhetoric to get himself elected, or just spewing a whole lot of stuff just because now is the time and he can do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I'm not saying he's not racist. I'm just saying, what if? That's all I'm saying. What if? We just need to think. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I didn't want to go too long with this video. But that's just pretty much the crux of what I wanted to say. You know, our fear is being played on highly. You know what I'm saying? We need to, before I keep going on, let me end this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you have a great day. Hope that you have a great week. Please comment, subscribe. Love to hear from you guys. I really do. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.